The film starts with a close up of Akif. He has been brutally beaten up and has a wound on his head. His leg has been injured and he is limping towards the exit. He looks at the dead body of Abhishek. He leans on a wall, sad. He slips and falls down, completely exhausted. Scene 1. Match cut to Akif's eyes. Akif is smoking. The memory of that day is still fresh, constantly hurting him. As soon as the cigarette is over, he starts looking for another pack. He starts throwing clothes out of his cupboard, searching. Meanwhile, we have a b-roll of his room, his mini aquarium, etc., to showcase his personality, and of course the hard work we put into setting up the room, and also for a DOP to show off his skills. Now back to the story. Akif finally finds a pack of cigarette, but it is empty. He gets very angry and throws it away. Scene 2. He goes to a chai stall downstairs and asks for a cigarette. He is about to light it in front of the shop when the shopkeeper requests him to go elsewhere and smoke. He is angry and walks away from the shop. Meanwhile, looking for a place to smoke, he notices that he is being followed by someone. Having enough experience as a field agent, he goes into small gullies and lanes to mislead the follower. Finally, he reaches a safe house and ensures that his follower has been cut off. He walks up the stairs and is about to unlock the door to his safe house when he notices that the door is already open. His location has been compromised. He turns around to find that Tanu is right behind him with his gun pointed at his head. And the iconic fight scene begins. All thanks to Tarun Hiremat, MMA fighter in the morning and fight stunt choreographer by the night. Thank you. So this fight goes on for a while. And meanwhile, Tanu's phone falls off his pocket and Akif notices it. Akif then picks up his gun and shoots at Tanu. Tanu is hit. He just gets up and runs away from the place. Meanwhile, Tanu's phone rings. Akif notices it and picks it up. The voice asks, Kaam ho gaya? Is the job done? Akif realizes that he can use this opportunity to find his killer. He replies, Ha, yes. To which the voice replies, मुझे 1 घंटे में लेक रोड के पास मिलना. Meet me at Lake Road in an hour. Akif acknowledges and cuts the phone. Scene 3. Akif is riding on his bike on the way to the location. On reaching the location, he takes off his helmet and puts on a mask. In some time, a Volkswagen Virtus arrives opposite. Zishan gets out of the car and looks around, searching for Tanu. He then picks up his phone and calls Tanu. Since Akif has Tanu's phone, he just picks up the call but doesn't speak. Meanwhile, Akif is trying to figure out who this man is and he instantly remembers. He is very angry. Now the scene fades to a flashback. Scene 4. The flashback. The Narcos agents Akif and Abhishek are leaning behind a wall. They are standing outside the hidden location of the drug mafia kingpin Zishan. They kick open the door and enter the premises. Akif orders everyone in the room to not move a muscle. He asks for backup on his wireless. He has his gun pointed at Zishan to ensure that everyone follows what he says. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, Akif's partner Abhishek gets shot. There's a slow motion shot of Akif shocked on seeing this. Making use of this opportunity, Akif gets hit hard on his face by Tarun and he falls down. Zishan picks up his gun and is about to shoot Akif in the head when police siren is heard. The backup has arrived. Zishan and his team runs out of the door. The scene transitions to Akif getting up and limping out of the basement, looking at the body of Abhishek, and then falls down. The same as the first scene of the film. Scene 5. Back to the present. Akif has recalled Zishan and gets very angry. He takes off his mask and looks at Z. He takes the gun out of his back. Zishan notices him and gets scared. The iconic shot of Akif pulling out his gun, the cowboy shot. Zishan just freezes in the moment. Akif has his gun pulled out, but he is not able to shoot. He has some sort of internal struggle going on. Zishan just uses his opportunity to get into his car and runs off. Akif picks up Tanu's phone and types a message to Zishan. मुझे अकेले छोड़ दे. Leave me alone. He then throws the phone away. Scene 6. A key is falling on the ground. A nod to an iconic scene from our film Locked. Akif had dropped that key due to pain in his hand. He picks the key up and unlocks the door to his home. He opens a bottle of beer hurriedly and pours it on his wound. It is very painful. He then drinks a bit of the beer and puts it on the table. He wraps a bandage around the wound. Suddenly, flashes of memory attack him. The dead face of Abhishek. Akif is going crazy. He starts crying. He needs a cigarette. Again, the full dead body of Abhishek. Akif starts shouting, hitting the wall. The whole scene is taken in one shot, so complete scope of improvisation. Akif breaks the bottle, throws it away. The whole room has become a mess. Akif just sits down in one place, fed up, his head on his hand. Suddenly, a loud knock is heard on the door. Akif takes out his gun and starts walking towards the door. The knocking has turned into banging. A close up shot of Akif turning down the knob. Suspense. Suspense. Cut to the title of the film, which we haven't decided yet. Hopefully, we do it soon. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I know the film is going to be awesome, no doubt.